Welcome to East Coast DNA. I'm your host, Darcy Walsh, and keen observers may be able to figure out I'm back on the road at maybe the Cavendish Beach Music Festival. First guests that we have this weekend are I wanted to say a different name. You're the
Yeah,
Boomtown
it's
Saints.
Boomtown Saints, not Boondock Saints. Close though. It's
Close.
Where does the name come from? That's the
Man,
first.
so we were a college band at first. I mean, we would play college circuit, and we had and back in those days, like when you play in the college circuit, your objective is to be remembered.
Yes.
So when you come to town, so we had a band name. There was actually an old flag football team name, which was Hopscotch Mafia.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was our name. We started getting involved with agencies and labels, and it was memorable. But half the agencies and labels loved it. They're like, it's the best name ever. Everybody's gonna remember you. And half of them were like, that is literally the worst name I've ever heard. So we had to change it. So Boomtown is like as a coal mining town, an oil town, something seeing sudden prosperity. At the time, we were sitting in the studio recording with a Grammy Award winning producer, and like just 2 months before, we were playing college circuit and having 1,000 drunk kids not remember who we were. So we were like, this is it's booming for us. This is awesome. So I was on a magazine. We're like, it's a cool name. And we wanted a visual for just branding purposes, but also we decided that we could give a nod to our faith, which we have a background of faith. And so we chose Saints. And we're not Saints, but it's it's
See, stretch form of the imagination.
well, that makes it sound really bad. We are girl dads, we're dads, so it's not that bad. But yeah,
I was previously talking the first 10 years.
yeah. So, but anyway, that's where it came from.
I'm also a girl dad, and being a East Coast Canadian, the whole Boomtown thing is like the East Coast. Like it's a lot of industry towns and a lot of rural like farming stuff and everything. So like very relatable backstory then definitely in our region. But where do the two of you actually come from?
Where are we actually originally from?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm from Mississippi. This guy right here is originally from Southwest Florida, but his family's lived in Nashville for 25, 26 years.
Yeah, it's 27 years this year. July 4th was actually 27 years. So we've been there. That's home for me. But
Yeah.
I don't have quite. I do have an accent, but I don't have quite the strong accent because I started in Southwest Florida.
Sure. So now how did the two of you meet? Like is it music that brought you together originally?
No, so actually, I went to the gym. His wife was a trainer at the gym I went to.
Cool.
And I was in healthcare. So I was in healthcare for a number of years. And I was sitting in the United States. I was basically fighting against the government and against insurance companies for patients as a consultant. And I was always dreamed of being a musician, but never in a million years thought I'd do it. He was a musician. He was a solo artist. And I met him. And one day he needed somebody to play bass on the road. And he knew I played guitar. For all my years. So I told him, I was like, dude, if you ever need somebody on stage, I would love to get back on stage. It's been years. Didn't need the money. Didn't really want to do anything with it. We went on stage and it was so much fun that the venue actually asked us to come back before we left that night.
Cool.
And then the next week, the same thing happened the next week. And we were like, man, so he was actually going to quit and go back to medical school. You want to talk about medicine?
Yeah, y'all can thank him for me not being the worst doctor you've ever seen.
Yeah, he was like, it was August 18th, and he was like, I'm going back to medical school after December, after this tour cycle's over. That didn't happen. So, and here we are. It's just kind of weird. It was organic, and we didn't decide. One day you had to make the decision of what we're doing, but it wasn't something that we planned.
Yeah. Now, usually when I interview East Coast artists, which I normally do, in the festival season, there's so many people coming through. I can't just focus on just locals. So when I do focus on people that are from this area, a lot of times if they've been established for a little bit, I talk about branching out outside of the East Coast. But yourselves, being that you're from the United States, what has it been like for you trying to break out in Canada versus being home?
Man, let me take this one real quick. Sorry. So I go back a long way. It was in Canada, especially Canada country music. So some of my really good friends for years were the Wilkinsons, who I met them when they were number ones.
Yeah.
They were the 26 Cents was out, Angel was out, Jimmy's Got a Girlfriend. And so I got to watch it, and I got to see how difficult it was for them to break into the United States.
Yeah.
But then I started asking the inverse, which is like, how do we get up there?
Yeah.
It is very, very difficult. The fact that we got invited to come here is extremely flattering. The Toronto region is actually our third highest streaming area.
Wow.
So I don't really know how that happened. But to say how grateful and flattered we are to be invited, because for people like us, we're not Tyler Hubbard, we're not Lainey Wilson, hopefully yet, but we're not. to be invited. I understand how difficult it is to get across the border. It's man, we still are on cloud 9 with that one. It's incredible.
And like, I mean, Canada has a lot of great opportunity for performers, but specifically on the East Coast, like this is our biggest, like it's one of Canada's biggest festivals, but it's for this region, this is the biggest one. Like their sister series that's coming in September, the Somo Festival, is comparable, but this one's been established longer. So like this is a huge marquee event. Like just the association alone, even if you're new to somebody, then people are like, well, they must be huge if they're playing this stage. So like
That's fantastic.
you definitely have some new fans mixed out there, but for older fans that already know you, that are maybe tuning into this specifically because it's the two of you sitting here, what can people expect today when you perform?
It's a very high energy performance. I mean, it's mine and Chris's thought that nobody's there to see us. They're there to have fun. And that is what our job is. We don't think we're cool. That's how that goes.
I mean, you're a musician. I mean, people don't know this about most musicians and singers, musicians. You typically started because you couldn't talk to girls to begin with, or you're self-conscious if you're a lady
For yourself. It's like my wife would laugh at that comment. Lauren, she knows I ain't got no game.
Yeah, so you start singing.
Yeah.
Pretty much. But yeah, so our goal and our entire objective, and we learned this from Kenny Chesney, just be honest. I mean, Kenny Chesney, he growing up, Kenny Chesney was his favorite. Me personally, Kenny's music didn't connect with me quite like that, quite like other artists did. But 2 years ago, I got to go see him live.
Yeah.
And he comes out and he's the biggest in the game. And the reason why is because he's there to make sure you have fun. He's not there to let you listen to him talk. He's not there to play his favorite songs.
Mhm.
He plays what you want to hear. So when we walk up on stage today, from start to finish, it's going to be a party. And especially the time of day we're playing. And
Don't try and come hug us after the show.
I mean, bring a bucket if you do.
It's mop, towel, whatever you got.
Let's be a raging party, man.
I could only imagine the high energy coupled with the warm weather that we've had here too. Like,
Good news is for us, the good news for us in Nashville, it's 95 and 100% humidity right now. So this is
fall in Tennessee.
you've been climatized.
yeah, weather sucks where we're from.
Yeah. No, it's definitely. I mean, there's a little bit of cloud over there, but I'm enjoying getting a little break from the sun, and then hopefully by the time I get back out there again, it's all sun rays for everybody.
Tyler Hubbard, of course, is going to bring the thunder tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And now, one other thing I want to know for anyone that's new to you, because a lot of people are going to see this after the festival, and they would have already seen your performance. So in that case, if there's people new to you that want to follow you online, where should they look?
Yeah, so on Instagram and TikTok, we're at Boomtown Saints. On Facebook and .com, it's Boomtown Saints Music.
Great. And tour dates in the future? Do you have any that are coming up like in the fall?
We do. So we are on the road the rest of the year, and we're actually getting stuff added as we speak. It's getting enough to the point we've actually had to turn 2 down recently, which we never do.
Yeah.
So that's a blessing. But yes, keep watching we post them primarily on our website, but we do.
Perfect.
And we have tour dates flying up, hopefully more in Canada. We're trying to get to Toronto. I want to play Horseshoe Tavern so bad in Toronto. Actually saw Tyler Wilkinson's band like in 2005. He opened for a band called Low Level Flight, which won Canadian Idol. That's how far back I go. And cool. So literally roots here. But they opened, and ever since that day, and I was not even close to music at the time, I was like, one day it'd be awesome to be on that stage. So Horseshoe Tavern, if you're listening, we will come. Please, Toronto's our 3rd biggest streaming city in the world. So come on, Toronto.
Definitely have some artists that are friends of the show that will be watching this at some point, and they perform there. So maybe invite these guys.
We'll open for you. Come on,
we do a party together.
So the Runway is going to Major Market Radio in 2 months. Major Market Radio, for those that don't know, there's a difference between your secondaries, which is kind of your local stations. Major Markets, iHeart, Cumulus, the ones that you hear when you're just traveling, Bobby Bones, that kind of stuff. It's our first one. For those that don't know the game, that's a huge deal for us. This time next year, hopefully you'll know our name. So
amazing.
Yeah, the Runway.
Great. So hopefully I see you again, maybe at a future event. They do tend to bring people back as you get bigger and bigger. So maybe you'll be the headliner next time.
Come on.
That'd be nice.
From your mouth to God's ears. Come on.
Great. All right. Thank you very much for your time. And let's see if we can catch a show together.
All right.
So, thanks.
thinking back